There's plenty more mystification going on. We're now hearing about a new wave of businesses that have tried and failed to get people back to the office, right? They won't go. These work-from-home diehards are driving tremendous demand for housing and autos. But houses and cars are sold out all over the place because of this. The auto companies can't boost production because there's a semiconductor shortage. Remember, they didn't order a lot of semis last year. They didn't think they'd sell a lot of cars this year. Cars these days are very high-tech, not versus data centers, but versus what they used to be when they were mechanical. The housing developers want to hold back on new construction until the cost of materials comes down. Who can blame them? They don't want to be the reason for their own inflation surge. In the meantime, the price of things at the supermarket just jumped. Lots of people think that those prices never come down. But that's only true if you buy nationally branded stuff rather than cheap knockoff private label brands like my favorite, which is Kirkland, the house brand at Costco. I had a gorgeous Kirkland shirt on this weekend. People thought I got it. They thought it was a Zegna. It was a Kirkland. Kirkland's as good as the real thing. That's one reason why we own Costco for the Charitable Trust, which you can follow along by joining the CNBC Investing Club. It's that little thing. It's hard to look when you're on TV. Like, remember, I was in like high school and they had that like stage left, stage right. I never understood any of that. It's probably why I never got the lead. That and because Mrs. Duesberg didn't like me. That's far afield. All right, put it all together, and we've got a bunch of semi-ethereal boogeymen that we just can't rein them in. And actually, to tell you, they're beyond our ken. We can't even figure them out because we are not supply chain maestros. Now, these are new kinds of negatives that we don't have much experience with, which is why so many money managers are unsure of what to buy or sell here. Hence the endless choppiness in the stock market that makes people want to give up. I think this flop-chop scenario has to play out for a couple more weeks before people have just had it and say, I want nothing to do with the stock market. What do I mean by flop-chop? I'll give you some examples. Today, we had some gigantic runs for no reason whatsoever in the cloud software stocks. Salesforce, Adobe, Workday, and ServiceNow. These are some of my favorite companies, but today's action is incredibly frustrating because for the last 10 days, we've been told that these high-growth names are precisely what does the worst in this environment. The worst! These are supposed to be sold and shorted. The experts almost universally told us not to touch these. They were unbelievably good. But today, they defy conventional wisdom. Does that mean maybe inflation scare is merely a scare? Does it mean something's good about to happen? Does it simply reflect the market's total confusion? Just a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury signifying nothing? I'm going with Macbeth. Honestly, we don't know. But the flop-chop nature of this market makes you feel like there's no way to win because you can't nail down the trajectory of anything.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.